The Reddington Levee Setback Project on the Green River in Auburn was completed last year by the King County Flood Control District. The project will not only help protect more than 300 residential properties and 275 commercial properties from flooding, it will improve fish and wildlife habitat and help the Green River withstand the effects of climate change. Governor Jay Inslee visited the project to see firsthand how the project meets climate change goals.
The King County Flood Control District really has multiple visions that they've integrated into this plan. So they're dealing with hydrological challenges associated with climate change. They're dealing with temperature issues in the river for salmon. They're using both to build a recreational asset that's just tremendous. And they did it in a way that really looks biologically based on the science. It's really impressive to see how this natural environment has been created through, human intellect. So this is, to me, personally a very exciting project because it shows local governments coming together to address what is a worldwide challenge of climate change. It has local impacts, and to have a group of local people and local government respond to that is very inspiring. We don't have to wait for the rest of the world. You got local people in this flood district say, look, let's not argue about it. Let's go solve this problem and build a system that's going to have better water temperature for salmon, a higher dike to respond to, anticipated greater flood events, and plus this great trail that people can have fun. Doesn't get much better than that.
So the county is a part of an effort with other local governmental entities, state governmental entities, the federal government, as well as tribal interests and business interests to work together to figure out what is the right level of flood protection to protect all the economic interests in this valley, but also balance that with all of the environmental interests and outcomes that we want to accomplish in this valley. The Reddington project is a great example of a specific project on the ground that strikes that balance and works hard to maximize flood protection, but also maximize habitat gain, and do so in a collaborative fashion with all those various partners. Working together, we can do a lot. If we don't work together, it will be very hard to strike that balance and maximize both outcomes, flood protection and habitat gain.
The Reddington Levee Project in Auburn is the largest in-river project ever accomplished by the King County Flood Control District. But it is just a small part of the Green River watershed that covers 500 square miles and 90 river miles from the mountains to the Sound. There's a lot of work happening in the watershed by different businesses and agencies. So a new strategy is being developed to make sure work is integrated for the best outcomes for the health of the environment, economy, and communities.
Recently, the executive announced a Green Duwamish corridor-wide strategy to really bring together all the various decision-making going on in the corridor. For example, we have a really significant cleanup project underway with multiple partners in the lower part of the system down in the Duwamish. That really needs to be coordinated well with all the efforts in the upper part of the river corridor. We could clean up the lower part of the corridor, but if it's not coordinated with all the efforts up here and all the various inputs in here, we've diminished the value and the gain from the cleanup down below. So we really have to get away from kind of single siloed decision making and really have a corridor-wide, comprehensive, coordinated decision-making process.
The University of Washington's Green Futures Lab is coordinating the Green Duwamish watershed strategy with its many stakeholder groups.